Hey guys, it's Tyler with Tyler Talks Travel Trailers here. I got another unit. We are going to do a 2025 Flagstaff E-Pro. This is the 20 FBS model. Flagstaff is my favorite brand, and then E-Pro is probably my favorite model. So what we're going to do is I'll do some of the basic specs first, and then we'll dive onto the inside right away because I know you guys like to see that first. Again, this is a 2025. We got it about 30 minutes ago, so it's fresh from the factory, and I think it has some pretty cool features on it. So let's go. All right, friends. So on this 2025 Flagstaff 20 FBS E-Pro, the length is 21 feet 2 inches total. The width is 7.5 feet. The height is 10 feet, including the air conditioner. Your unloaded weight is 3,545 pounds. The cargo carrying capacity is 853 pounds, which brings your loaded weight to 4,398 pounds. Your tanks. So your freshwater tank is 31 gallons, your gray water tank is 27 gallons, and your black tank is 27 gallons. Your awning is 14 feet. Let's jump on inside. All right, go inside. 50 years, celebrating 50 years of making Flagstaff. That's why they're so dialed in, because they've been doing it so long. So again, this is the 20 FBS. This isn't a bunkhouse. This will be a couples coach. And it is perfect for two. So as you walk in, you got a nice queen bed facing north, south. A lot of people think that that's important, and I could see why they would want that. So in the middle of the night, when you need to go to the bathroom or you get up first in the morning, you don't want to be crawling over your significant other. So a lot of people like the north-south bed, and instead of the east-west bed, it just makes it easier to get out of bed. Also, people say it's easier to make the bed. So just little tips for you guys. A lot of people enjoy this bed. You come over here to the left, you got some cabinets right here to hang your clothes. You got USB ports on each side and a normal plug, USB-C for your phone. Those will work off of the battery, so you don't need to plug into a generator. They're on both sides. And then you got a nice storage area up there with the netting. And then you got nice shelving on each side, so when you put your phones up in the middle of the night, you got a place to put it. And then if you lift this, you got some nice storage. And I'm going to come back to this and talk about it later. You got drawers down here. Really nice. So if construction is very important to you and kind of quality control, stick around till the kind of towards the end, because I'll go through a lot of the construction of this. They're just built so much better than other brands in my opinion. So over here you do have a front windshield. Real nice. I would prefer that. If I was getting a trailer, just lets in a lot more light. People do get concerned that it could potentially crack or break with, your truck driving down the road and flinging rocks. I will tell you, don't let that deter you from getting the window. I would get it. They make aftermarket covers for it. So they have some magnets you could put on the inside and then it sticks to it. And they work really well. So don't let that freak you out. Get the windshield if it comes with the trailer. You got a window right here. And then you got a window over here. And these are nice roller shades. They look really easy to clean. And then these nice metal heavy duty fascias. Good quality. Everything in here is made like a tank. So there's your bed area. As you come over here to the left, you have the nice sitting area. This one does not have the dinette. It has the couch and the little table that comes on right here. It like connects right there. You can take this out and then you could turn this into a bed. It's kind of like a futon, so it just lays flat. Really nice, so you could accommodate someone else that comes along, and it is really long, so you will be able to fit an actual adult. Like if I lay on it, let's see how much room I got. So my head is touching right now, and I'm 5'7", and I have just a little bit of room, so you can sleep an adult, but not a giant. So kind of nice. You can pull this middle piece down right here for extra cup holders, and then you have cup holders on both sides. So really nice to be able to accommodate someone that may come once in a great while. A lot of people have grandkids, kids that are older, and they don't always come, but they don't want to get a bunkhouse. So this is a nice option to get, so that way you're not wasting space on bunks. You got storage up here all the way across. And I do want to point out these are all real wood cabinets. So you can see the wood grain. This is not paper wrapped cabinetry, which is huge. After about a year, the paper wrapped cabinetry starts to peel and get flaky and bubble. It looks awful, especially with the heat that we get here in New Mexico. So this is all real wood cabinetry. You got nice hidden hinges, just small little details that you won't notice if you're out looking. You're going to be looking at a ton of different trailers, and it's going to hard to be keeping track of like what each company does. Like Flagstaff does so much little detail things like quality. Like even if you look on the edge of this wall, see that like nice clean, I don't know what you'd call that, caulking glue. It's just nice and clean. They do a great job. When you go look around, at other trailers, you'll notice there's like staples still hanging out and like putty on the walls. So Flagstaff as a whole does really good when it comes to quality. And when they come in from the factory, this is how they look. This good. We just got this 30 minutes ago and it looks like we had already gone through it. It looks amazing. So that's why I love Flagstaff so much. Put that up. And then this table does kind of turn into, if you just need to get it out of the way, or you know, if you want the table closer on each side, and then you could just pull it out and then you have an extra bed for someone. We'll go over here to the passenger side entry door. You got a 12-volt TV with Netflix, YouTube, and all those good apps. So they're smart TVs now, which is really cool. And it's 12 volts, so you don't have to be plugged into shore power or a generator. Really nice. And then if you come down here, nice sink. It is big enough for a plate, so if it's time to do dishes, you don't have to be annoyed because you can't even fit the plate in there. It's a good size. I love that. Metal faucet. And then you have some drawers all right here, which I'm going to open. You got your sponge, utensils, and then a nice big one down here for like pots and pans. And then up top, you got another one. That's good for plates and stuff. Nice wood cabinetry. When you open cabinets in some trailers, like some brands, they make that boing noise. Not here. Those are solid. Nice hood combo, fan and light. And then you got your stove. You just pull these back. Uh-oh, my gimbal's about to die. Hopefully we make it. You got a 2-top burner, or 3-top, I'm sorry. And then this just folds right over like this. And then you got the nice knife holder. I've done this 2024 version and there's some differences. One thing I do see that's different is this nice rounded countertop. It just looks really nice. Real feng shui. Nice big oven. You can they make a smaller one than this, and then after this it's residential, so this is a good size. You could almost fit a turkey in there. Probably can. If you come over here, this is your fridge. This is a 12-volt fridge. And let me tell you why you want 12 volt. It's bigger and they get cold way faster. So I turned the battery on this thing maybe like 15 minutes ago and it is ice cold already. Whereas gas electric fridges, it'll take like 12 hours for it to get cold. And not only that, but you get a massive fridge compared to the gas electric. So you get a bigger fridge and it gets colder a lot faster. Got a nice microwave. This obviously will only run if you're plugged into a generator. Here is your thermostat, some plugs right here. Really nice floor plan. I love this. Really nice. Just really good quality. It looks clean. It doesn't look tacky. Some companies, they just do too much. We'll go into the bathroom. This will have a really big bathroom because it has the rear bathroom. When the bathroom's in the back, you seem to always get a bigger bathroom. So right when you come in, you can see tons of mirrors and cabinets. So there's me roasting right now. Ooh. Nice cabinet right here. You could definitely fit a lot of stuff in that. One of those top ones might be good for towels because that's probably the biggest one in the bathroom. This is a nice medicine cabinet. Nice sink, tons of counter space right here. Just look at the quality. Look at that, just nice and cleanly executed. It just looks fantastic. I want you to look at these kind of things when you're out looking for your trailer, and you'll notice it looks like a shoddy job sometimes out there with some trailers. This is just where your bypass valves are, your filters and things like that. You already know it's a Flagstaff porcelain throne. And then, yeah, pretty simple stuff. Tons of mirror in here. All right, it does have the shower miser. So this is really nice if you're a dry camper. What that is, basically when you're dry camping and you go to take a shower, you're not hooked up to power or utilities. So when you take a shower, you're sitting here waiting for the water to get hot, and what that's doing is just going right down the drain into the gray tank, and it's not coming back. With this system, you just flip this, it'll circulate through the lines, and this will turn a color right here, and then you know it's hot. Then you flip it back over, and it'll spit the water out once it's hot. So really nice feature for the dry campers. I love that. This has plenty of space. It is a little small, but for the size of unit, it is perfect. They give you a little dome for a little extra headspace. And then you got your nice curtain. And see how far up it is in the seam, so you don't have to worry about water escaping on this one. We'll go to the control center over here. So this has a really cool feature, but I'll explain it here in a sec. This is all of your controls, your awning, your lights, things like that. It does have tank heaters, which is huge, so this will handle cold temperatures. All you have to do is flip that tank heater switch, and they'll automatically go on at freezing temps and off above freezing temps. So it'll basically keep your tanks from freezing and cracking in the cold. What's really cool about them is they're 12 volt and they're heat pads. Whereas the other method, you have to keep your heater running the whole time in order for your underbelly to be heated. So if you're out hiking and it's cold out and you leave, would you rather have your heater running the whole time, or would you rather have these 12 volt heat pads just do it all? I would prefer the 12 volt heat pads, because then you're not wasting your propane while you're gone. Let the battery do it, and it has solar on the roof, so your batteries will constantly be recharging. Really great method. Let's see if this works real quick. Watch this. Hey, Power Pro. Reading a book.
Everything's ready for you to read.
How sweet is that? I've already shown this on another trailer, but super cool. See how it dimmed the lights? It didn't turn them all the way off. It's because you're reading a book. I still think it's a little too dark, but how cool is that? Let's see if it turns them back on. I know. So really cool feature. I love that. You can even ask this. Hey, Power Pro. What level are my tanks at? Hey, Power Pro. How full are my tanks?
Your gray water tank is empty.
And you could ask it for all the tanks, how much your battery is, all that good stuff. I haven't really messed with too much of it, but apparently you could do a lot of other things. So really cool. I love that. My gimbal actually died, so if it gets a little shaky, I'm sorry, but we're gonna finish this video. So it's got that new feature that I love. Overall, this is a great trailer. That's pretty much the entire inside of the unit. I did want to point out some of the construction on a Flagstaff. That's huge. So for those of you that want a high quality trailer, Flagstaff is the one, I promise. It doesn't matter if you get a Classic or an E-Pro. Every level of Flagstaff is going to be a high quality. So if you noticed how all of this is aluminum framed, this company doesn't just 6-side aluminum frame everything. They literally aluminum frame everything that you sit on, walk on, or stand on. So they even aluminum frame underneath the bedding, underneath your dinette, all that good stuff. Whereas most companies, they use wood. And you got to think about the things that are made out of wood, like the edge of this bed. If you have someone jump on it and they're heavy, they crack your bed, and now your entire trip's ruined because the corner of your bed is sagging down. So everything being aluminum framed is going to be a great thing to have when you're out with your family. You know, if you have bunk beds and stuff, obviously you have kids and they go and jump on the bunk bed and then crack it. So aluminum framing everything is just an extra step that they're taking to make sure that you have a great experience as a customer. Really love that. Some companies, I mean most companies, I guarantee if you lift up this bed and look underneath, it'll all be wood. So go try that out sometime when you're looking at a trailer. One other thing I'd like to point out on a Flagstaff is that they have an Asdel outer wall, and they also do it on the inside of the wall. So they double layer that type of composite on the outside and the inside, which is going to definitely help. You know, usually they use a method that has Luan on the inside, which is like a wood material. And once moisture or anything gets to that, it is screwed. It'll get saggy, it'll get ripply, and over time, it's just not going to hold up as good as the Asdel. So Flagstaff is one of the only companies that will do Asdel on the inner wall and the outer wall, which is going to be a lot lighter as well. So the trailer will be a lot lighter. It's going to hold up a lot better with moisture, mildew, different things like that. If we go outside real quick, I'll show you some of the features out here. So these are going to have the lift and the bigger tires. These are Westlake tires. They're a good brand. And then it also comes with the tire monitoring system. So basically there's a sensor around the rim that will alert you if your tires are getting too hot or the tire pressure is getting really low. So that's a nice safety feature. Right off the bat, you get the Westlake tires instead of some cheap tire that you don't even know what it is. Sometimes they make the tires so cheap on these trailers, when you go to buy it, you need to buy new ones right when you get it off the lots. Getting a good tire right off the bat. One other safety thing I want to point out is that it does have never adjust brakes. That is actually the name of it. They're made by Dexter, and what it is basically when you hit a certain number of miles, I think it's like 250 miles, you're supposed to adjust your brakes. And these come from Indiana, so I am pretty positive that the driver that delivered it did not adjust the brakes before they got here. So, and they did a test on these brakes, and apparently it'll increase your stopping by 50%. These never adjust brakes. So a lot of people don't know about never adjust brakes. Look it up. It's kind of crazy. I didn't know about it for a while until our rep told us. So two nice key features with safety right there. The next one is going to be that it actually has Torflex axles. So if you look underneath, it doesn't have a leaf spring. So that's going to be huge for the frame of the trailer. So when you're driving down the road, an axle like this just has a lot more flex in it. It's not as rigid as like a leaf spring axle. So you got to think when this trailer is bouncing down the road, the Torflex is going to absorb a lot more shock. And if it doesn't, all of that shock is going to go into the structural integrity of this trailer. So those are three huge things that I think Flagstaff does that a lot of people don't notice. It's the never adjust brakes, the really good quality tires, and the tire monitoring system. And then you have torsion axles that will help the frame of the coach over time. So if safety is important to you, for you and your family going down the road, look at these little things when you're out shopping for a trailer, and kind of put these on your list of things that you might want. So Flagstaff's just great with all of that stuff. It's the little things you can't see sometimes, you know? Here's your storage. Nice aluminum framing. Sorry if this is a little shaky, my gimbal died. I'm not getting a break with these things. This is the griddle. It has a cooktop griddle. Let's see if I can show you. See that griddle right there? That'll actually hook on over here on that railing right there. So it does come with the cooktop griddle, and then you have the propane connection down below. Really nice. Great storage. It comes with a bike rack. This will hold 2 bikes, and I believe it was like 80 pounds is what it would hold. So electric bikes, I know they're heavy. You got a receiver in the back, so don't worry. The receiver on the back will hold 300 pounds. You got dual propane tanks and dual battery box with a nice electric tongue jack to make things easy for you when you're hitching up. We'll come around here. See what else we got. The frameless windows are fantastic. So it's just one-piece glass. So there's no gasket that you need to worry about replacing in the future. I'm telling you, with the sun here and the heat that we get, it is brutal on these trailers. Just some storage, easy access to your plumbing. This is just all your utilities, things like that. Nice sprayer, hot and cold water. You got a ladder to get on the roof to make sure everything is good. Again, it's all aluminum frame, so it's a fully walk-on roof. It's good to get up there and make sure there's no tears or anything in your roof and make sure your solar is okay. solid slide. I do this every tour. Go push on slides. Sometimes these slides are so cheap you can literally push the walls in, and Flagstaff is not like that. It's built really well. You got your 6-gallon water heater, all that good stuff. So awesome, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tour. This is the 2025 Flagstaff E-Pro 20 FBS. I knocked out a bunch of videos for you today. I got another one right there that I'm going to do tomorrow. This is a 2025 microlight we just got in, so stay tuned for that. I appreciate you guys watching, subscribing, and liking all my stuff, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.